Let's do
But you're
that.
ours.
All right. Okay. We're just going to jump right in and hit play. So I pushed record. This video is 18 minutes long and 24 seconds. So I know it's late for some of you, Stacy. Early, not too bad for some of us, but I know you're a night owl anyways. So
Not these days.
not when you're not feeling well. I'm sorry.
Not with my
Okay, we'll
sister.
hit play. With no further ado, let me share the screen
Don't
here.
forget to do the sound. Click that sound.
Dude, yeah, okay, tell me how do I do it?
So
Content only.
when you share screen, there's a box that you'll check that says share sound.
Okay, where's the share sound? Where do I find that?
As soon as you click the share button and it's showing like that white screen before you say like okay, there will be a share sound option.
Oh, I must have missed it then. Should I stop share?
Well, I mean you can
I'm not
try it
gonna
and see
say.
if it
Well,
does.
won't the video just go anyway? There's a little,
You need to be able to hear the sound.
Oh, share sound. I
There
found
you
it.
go. Nice.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All
Hi,
right.
Carol.
Oh, and now I have to share my password to allow this.
You shouldn't.
Well, we'll play along and see. Oh, uh-oh. Is it zoom.us? Hello. Why is it not enter your password to allow this Zoom US to share your
So
computer audio
what are
feed?
you trying to allow? It's not allowing you just to share your screen?
It's allowing me to share the screen, but not the audio without entering my password.
I've never had that happen.
what are we
Well,
trying to do
literally,
here?
I'm clicking share
She's
sound.
trying to share a video that's 18
Oh,
minutes, but she needed to share the sound.
oh, can you can't just drop this video in the link in
No,
our
because
chat?
it's on the diamonds page, so you guys can't see it
Oh,
unless you're a member. So
can you
that's why I'm
screen
screen
record it?
sharing.
I don't think you can share it in Messenger then.
No, I'm just gonna play it. That's why I wanted to do it like this. So
Is
tell
this
me
the
if you
what's been
can't hear
going
it.
around about the hunger control and the balance?
Yes. Well, I think there's a little more to it, but here, I just want you to hear this. Wait, so let me see.
So I wanted to come here live and talk to you guys
Can you
about
guys hear it or
something that
not?
has been
Yes.
Okay, all right. Then I'm just gonna let it play.
really, really, really exciting in the world of Plexus in our team right now. And I'm sharing with you guys because I've seen the posts and a lot of the comments, and probably why we're having a Jewel Summit next month with corporate. And I really, really feel that we are onto something that could really change your business. And I want to share with you what I feel very strongly what that could be. So, I think it was sometime in December, just to give you a backstory. Sometime in December, we had a testimony from a gal on our team who did a health testimony during one of our weekly uh, team meetings. And she is a senior gold who had fallen back to silver. She wasn't working her business anymore. She wasn't posting anymore. She wouldn't respond to messages anymore. And all of a sudden, she did this post and she had lost 60 pounds in a year. And it was all plexus. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what the heck? This is so exciting. What did you do? Now, I want to give credit where credit is due, but I think a few years before that, maybe 2 years ago, she had joined Lori Harrison's group on when Lori Harrison was talking about the Restore and the Black Hunger Control Cherry Lime Slim. I think Lori was also talking about lymphatic massage. I don't know the details of what Lori was sharing, so I cannot say I know that. I just know that she took information from Lori's group and implemented it. And when she shared her testimony with us, she said, all I'm doing, or the only thing that has changed, I've taken these products for 12 years, and the only thing that has changed is that I'm taking my Slim and my Restore and 2 Balance at about mid-morning. And she said, at first, I thought my pants were getting looser. I didn't think anything of it. The next thing I knew I was buying new shorts for summer. And then the next thing I knew, my t-shirts were too big. And so then I decided to weigh myself, and she had like dropped 50 pounds. And all she did was tweak the timing of when she was taking her products. And so I'm like, all right, fine. I'm going to try this and I'm going to see. And I did. And at first, the first 2 weeks, I didn't have any movement in my scale. I did notice that my pants were looser. I did notice that I needed to tighten the string on my jammy pants. I did notice that my face was thinner. I did notice that I wasn't as hungry, or I was more satiated, or that I couldn't finish a lot of my meals, and I didn't have a desire for sweets or snacking. And I thought, what is going on? And so I started to do a little bit of research about the GLP-1 hormone, and is this doing something in our body that is, I don't think we can say it's increasing GLP-1, okay? What I can say and what I believe is that it's removing interference in our body so that the GLP-1 signal that the hormone sends out from the gut to the brain is stronger, thus resulting in the weight loss testimonies that we had when we tested it. And I have been doing this for 3 months now. I'm down 17 pounds. I have a friend who is also doing it. She's been doing it for 2 months, maybe a little bit less than 2 months. She is down 13 pounds today. She just sent me a message. And so as I was studying about this hormone, there were a few things that I learned because I wanted to make sure I was not going to self-sabotage the results of what I was experiencing. Okay. And I think this is really important. And this is probably really key to why people are seeing results so quickly. And it's important we understand this hormone. Okay. This hormone functions best with the least amount of inflammation in the body. And so there are components in the Restore that help with inflammation. And a lot of us are probably taking Ease or taking, Probio 5 and BioCleanse, and that is definitely helping with inflammation. And so the hormone can signal better without inflammation. What's also happening is that we are not as prone or craving sugar or sweets or salt, aka potato chips or popcorn, which has seed oils in it. And this is also affecting the intake of inflammatory foods. And so that is also helping signaling, okay? I also learned that this hormone requires a fast. And I'm not talking about the 3-day reset, although that's good. It's very good. And it's probably why a lot of people have had success on the 3-day reset when they're doing a monthly. But in a day, in a 24-hour window, this hormone requires a fast in between meals, which is basically no more snacking. And I think we've been conditioned in the diet industry, even from doctors. I think Jillian Michaels in The Biggest Loser, that we've been conditioned to think that we need to have 6 small meals a day in order for our metabolism to be ramped up, which isn't true. If this hormone is constantly trying to deal with food, it is weak and it does not talk to the brain properly. And so having the fast in between the meals increases the strength of the signaling in this hormone. And this is a testimony that we are seeing in week 1 with a lot of people, is that they don't have any desire to snack and that the cravings have gone way down. So we're dealing with inflammation, we're dealing with, we're having the fasting in between meals. The other thing that is really important to understand with this hormone is that it requires a lot of protein. And we know that, okay, I think that the doctor talked about it during Super Saturday, is that protein is really an important component to this hormone because this hormone requires protein to actually function. And so protein first and carbs second. There is no special diet with this, but if you do proteins first and carbs second, you signal the hormone to work first. And if you were to do carbs first and protein last, then you're signaling insulin to work first. And so what you're trying to do is tell your body to get the GLP-1 hormone to signal before the insulin. And what that will do is that it gets you to feel fuller faster. It gets you to get that hormone nice and strong. So when it's running around in your body doing its job and telling, which energy to go where and that you're full or the stomach should empty slower, the digestion slows down when you're eating, which is a good thing. You want your digestion to be slow when you're eating because you're taking in nutrients from your food. You're taking in amino acids. Things are getting broken down properly when digestion is slower and we're not like stuffing our face with pasta or we're so hungry because our blood sugars are low and we're just eating whatever we're eating just to not feel yucky. Okay. So protein first, carbs second. And so that's just something that we've also been talking about. Hydration is super important. We know that in Plexus, right? Sleep is really important. Not everybody gets great sleep. When they're on this system, their sleep is improving, which also is a very, 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 very important part for this hormone to work optimally. What was the other thing? I feel like there was another thing. White kidney bean extract that we take in our balance is shown to reduce belly fat. And so we are seeing a lot of people talking about like, why is my belly, like I feel like I'm losing belly fat, but my scale hasn't moved. It is removing belly fat. Abdominal fat is one of the first things that people notice. So with that being said, I'm going to just tell you guys a couple of testimonies that have come out of our challenge group that we started with a lot of our existing customers, existing ambassadors, and brand new customers. We just started this challenge February 1st. They're a week and a half in, okay? Following the system, no snacks in between meals, protein before carbs, and then taking their Slim Hunger Control, their Restore, and their 2 Balance at mid-morning. This is not complicated. People always want to overcomplicate it. Here's another thing that's super important. Do not add anything. Do not add active or collagen or creatine or hydrate or anything else to your drink. Don't confuse it with something else to deal with. Okay, take those at other times of the day, but don't take it with your drink. Okay, week and a half in. What I want to say today is the number on my scale is a number that I haven't seen in several years. I actually have confidence today that this is going to be different. I'm excited to continue this challenge to see what's going to happen as well, and with the changes that I've made, which is the things that I mentioned. Food noise is definitely taking a back seat here. Unfortunately, I lost a ring today that I wear every day, but it slipped off of my finger. This is like the second or third person that said that their rings are loose. Inflammation. There's another testimony. I noticed that the brain fog is getting better or non-existent. My cravings for sweets have completely disappeared. Able to turn down sweets at home and at work is something I never thought I could do. And then the last one that I want to share is for 3 weeks, I have adjusted the timing of these squeaky clean supplements. She has been a product user for 10 years, I think. Has taken all these products, just not at this time frame. And she is going also through perimenopause. But in 3 weeks' time, she has lost 6.5 pounds and 2 inches around her perimenopause belly. And she says the food noise has quieted, which is satiation. And fasting in between meals or no snacking is an absolute breeze. I have zero temptation to pick anything off of my business plates. Where am I going with all of this? I really strongly believe that we maybe consciously, maybe subconsciously have lost some sort of belief in what our products can actually do. I am a diehard. I built my diamond business diehard on triplex. I have tens of thousands of testimonies of people that have started on the triplex. I never really looked at Plexus as a weight loss company. Okay, I'm 52 now. I'm going through my own changes. My body is changing in ways that I don't even recognize myself anymore. And maybe some of you can relate to that. Probably a lot of you have been in here for 10, 11, 12, 13 years. You can relate to that. Our body has changed. And so to find something that is already at our fingertips and just changing the timing and just understanding the hormone a little bit, you don't have to be an expert, but changing that a little bit has made such a difference in our team, in the excitement, in the passion. People are coming back who haven't ordered in forever because they can't stop seeing what's being talked about online. Could you imagine what our businesses would look like if we were all doing the same thing? Those of you that have been here forever, do you remember what Slim and Accelerator did for our businesses at the very beginning? I feel so strongly like this is it, and we didn't know we had it. We didn't know this was a possibility. And so I invite you, before we go to corporate in April, I invite you to challenge yourself and your teams to try this system. We are only talking about 2 product combos. Actually, one is not even a combo, but I've had a phone call with Tarl to please ask him to make this a combo. Is the Slim Hunger Control Black Cherry, Restore, and Balance. If we can get that into a combo, but it's those 3 ingredients, that's one system. And then the other one is the trim and the triplex. It's those 2. That is all we're talking about. That's it. And it has been so simple. It has been so easy. It has been uncomplicated. It has resulted in one of my ambassadors has gotten 23 people on the system, and she says 17 out of 23 people in 1 week's time have a positive response to the products, and they're already super excited. Can we say retention? Like retention in the biggest way that we haven't seen in a long time. We keep looking for corporate to give us something for retention when the retention is in the results. Like we don't, okay, I do like that we could have perks, credits, and all of that. Those are wonderful. Everybody likes perks, but we don't need it if people are having results. We don't need it because they cannot wait to see what is going to happen between day 30 and day 60, or day 60 and day 90. And by that time, you've got a lifer because they have changed their body composition so much. People are going to start asking them, what are you doing? And sharing becomes natural. Duplication becomes natural. And so I am just coming here to share that with you. I'm more than happy to invite any of you guys to our challenge group so that you can see the content that I'm sharing. I'm educating with the product and with making sure that people are not self-sabotaging. And I invite you to take that content and create your own challenges with your own teams, and take those testimonies and blast them across social media between now and April, before we go to corporate with all of our, this isn't working, we need to change this, we have to do this different, because I think our mindset is going to be so different between now and then. It's going to be so much more excited. We can still take care of some problems, but I think we are going to be feeling different, and we're going to be passionate in a way that we have not been passionate about in a long, long time. So can I invite you guys to do this with me? Can I get as many diamonds as possible to trickle this down into their teams, and to go as wide and as far and as fast, and bring in so many testimonies that this is going to be when we were talking about getting loud about Plexus, this is going to be it. I strongly believe it. And so that's it. That's what I wanted to come here. I appreciate you guys hopping on that have watched this, and I'll gladly invite you to the challenge group. Not inviting anybody but diamonds at this point. You can add people to it, but they're not going to get accepted until my challenge is over. There's already 650 people in there. It's rather large. It's a lot to manage, but I'm happy for you guys to look at my content and share that. So if there's anything that you can take back to your teams or learn from to be more educated, to be more excited, I'm happy to share that with you, because I think this is going to change the trajectory of our company in a very, very big way. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Okie dokie. So, what are your thoughts?
I have a couple of questions. Are
I
they
have questions too. You first.
mixing the Restore and the Black Cherry?
Mm-hmm.
Mixing that as one drink and
Yep.
the two balance with that. And what is like mid-morning? What is she
Yeah.
saying is the time frame?
I mean, mid-morning, I would think anywhere from like 10 to, I don't know.
I just got a graphic of it from Rosalind Payne there, and she said 30 minutes before eating. So I think it's just as long as it's sometime in the morning before
Okay.
eating lunch. I think that's what it comes down to.
Okay. And then is this just a female thing?
For the
Or
challenge?
no, I'm
Or
just saying, are they finding the results only with females or also male?
I can look in the group. They're having a lot of testimonies shared. So I can ask Wendy if they do have any male ones yet. So I don't know that for sure. I haven't asked or looked, to be honest.
So are you in the group? Is this the group?
Yeah, this is the group. It's a week and a half in, and
You could probably just look at the people in the group and see how many men there are.
Oh yeah. See if there's any.
okay, let's see.
Wait, Megan's in it? She's a
Megan
gatekeeper?
Well, in the very beginning,
Janelle, you're a gatekeeper? Oh,
are you in there, Janelle?
yeah,
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, so when she first was inviting, she was allowing anyone in. But at
Carl.
this point, she closed it off because it got so big and once it started. So yeah. But my point is we have access to this, and I say, why don't we start like teasing this and start sharing testimonies from it and get people excited, and then we can do our own challenge in March with this, because I think the thing that gets me the most excited is hearing from people that have been doing this for 12 years, even taking these products, but not taking them this way, that all of a sudden, just a couple tweaks, like the timing of it, how they're taking it exactly. And there's so many people having like really great success with it. I think we can really bring this team back to life and get people excited. And, like she said, they've even got like people who haven't ordered products in a long time that are reordering because they keep seeing their friends doing posts about it. You know what I mean? And all the success, you just can't deny it. So,
I guess I will just say all I can think of right now, and I'll have to get beyond that story, is that I'll have a real hard time that this wasn't 2 months ago before I started taking a GLP-1 and talking about it. And so I will have a real hard time now turning back around.
well, that's a thought that I actually had, Stacy, is I think we can make a place for those who are already doing like a GLP-1 shot, and how, like, and maybe that's a deeper discussion we need to have. But why could you not do both? And I think, there's no shame in saying, yes, I already do a GLP-1, but now I'm going to add this, just take this combo this way. or just, either or, you don't have to do it along with or either or, but I don't see any harm in doing it alongside it. And I don't think that there's anyone that would hesitate to be excited about it just because you were already doing a GLP-1, but now we've got all these testimonies from people who are doing this combo this way. And I will say myself, like I've been taking these products. I take the balance every day. I take the slim black cherry hunger control every day. I take the balance every day, but I don't take them even close to how they have been describing them. And just the fact that there's so many people that were already taking those, but just the changing of the timing all of a sudden, there another girl 10 years in, and she was already taking those products, but she switched to this specific way of taking them. And what did she say? She was down like 13 pounds in 2 months, I
And
think.
that they're not mixing other drinks, but are they still continuing to take BioCleanse, ProBio 5, X Factor? Like they're
Yeah,
still taking those things. They're just not mixing anything else in the drink.
right. She said just don't mix anything else. You can take your other stuff that you're already taking, just don't take it at the same, like as you're mixing with
Okay.
that. You want to leave it alone.
So
So
I have
oh,
Venetia
sorry.
had been asking just talk at the very beginning. So before I ask a question, or Janelle, I know Venetia had asked at the very beginning to ask something too.
well, one of my questions was what Stacy asked. So they mix Restore and the Slim together. Does it have to be the Cherry Lime Slim?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want the same results, yes. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but Lori Harrison, she
Yeah.
actually had like a lot of people
Yeah.
who actually test their blood sugar. She asked them to do the like switch to the black cherry flavor for like a month and then do another one, and every single one of them tested the best on black cherry. For some reason
Mhm.
it just gives you the best results.
I sent a graphic of it to you, Whitney. Just
I
the
have it already, but
okay. She
yeah.
sent it to me, so I thought I'd send it.
I actually think it'd be cool if we made one. I mean, if it's the same one I already have, but if we made one that says also, because there's a couple key things, and it's pretty simple, but like no snacks between meals and protein before carbs. Those are two big factors also, which are simple tweaks, but that's also important for people to understand that in order to get the communication, I love how like she's got that science brain and she can explain it all, but how to get that communication operating as well as possible, then you do need to make sure people are understanding that as well. So
Okay, I'm gonna advocate for the Canadians because it's something we have to factor in. And I know Whitney also say, well, they can do it now and then they'll be excited to order it later. It's totally not the same. So that's why I just want to advocate there. If we're gonna do this, two thoughts I had about this, not just about the Canadians. If we're gonna do this, I think we're gonna have to have some leaders do this for a little while and have some kind of result so that we can say this is what we found. Not we've heard everybody else did this. So that's just my thought
I agree.
on that. So then this falls me in trouble. I'm looking at the dates right now. The only day that Canadians can order balance without paying out their nose for it is between the 15th and 20th. So if you're thinking, oh, I'd like to do it next month. Okay, when are the Canadians going to order it? We can't order again until next month on the 15th because we're not going to get people to order it. Now if they don't even know what's going on, you know what I mean?
yeah. So
So I'm
maybe
just,
we don't rush it and we do
yeah,
it in
that's what I'm saying. Sometimes
April.
they'll
So
say, oh,
that
this is
gives
a
us a
great
little,
challenge. Let's do it. And
yeah,
then we kind of throw it together and it's like, eh.
yeah. Well, we already have everything we need. And I think we have time for some of whoever wants to start doing it now. So we have some personal testimonies from our leadership as well. That would be great. But we can wait and do it in April. That's no
Yeah,
big.
I'm kind of thinking probably we're better off waiting April because I'm thinking I'm starting this tomorrow. And then I went, I'm going to Cancun for a week the next week, and I'm not going to limit what I'm eating and not have snacks because I'm trying to do a challenge in a month, right?
Yeah, no, we can wait
So,
till April, like
yeah,
whatever you
so
guys think is best. I just think I'm seeing this as an opportunity
I think
to,
it's a great opportunity, but I think some of us
yeah,
have to try it first. Like we have to be able to say, oh my gosh, I've been using these products for 9 years, and all of a sudden I finally made this tweak. And this is going to be incredible. I think it's incredible, honestly. I think this is great, and I've heard some really good results without it. I hadn't actually dug in to find out what the timing was. So
uh-huh.
that's why when Rosalind posted that today, I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to ask her for it. So when you send the message to do this tonight, I'm like, I know totally what she's going to talk about because I know Natalie and I, Fuller and I have been talking in the background too. But I think we're better off waiting till like either in
April.
March or April to do this,
Yeah.
um, so that we kind of plan it, and then that gives us a chance to get back from Cancun and like get back on the bandwagon, do a reset, start the whole thing, and so we do have some results that we can share. That's my thoughts.
The only thing I will
I'm
just
for
add
that.
to that though is that people will be wanting to lose weight for spring break. And that is typically the beginning of April.
Well, spring break over here is like it starts in the middle of February. Like spring break goes from like end of February all the way through
Ours,
April.
ours,
Depends on what month, what state you live in. Like it's all over everywhere, right?
Ours is mid-March.
Yeah, I
So
just
yeah,
know
I
in
think they're all
Florida,
over.
there's people that are in March. When we used to go to
Honestly, I
Florida,
think people
they
want to
started
lose
the end of
weight all the
February.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
that's
always, yeah,
true.
I don't think that.
Yeah, I think whenever we do it is great, but there'll just be more and more testimonies for us by then if we wait till April. But if we start hyping it mid-March and then we plan to start the challenge in April, that'll give the Canadians a chance to get their order in. And
Yeah.
so what if we plan to just start it early April? Any of us leaders, Ruby and Hire is who I'm sharing this with, if you want to try it, go ahead and try it. Just make sure you're trying it the way that they're describing so you can actually get the best results. And then let's share with each other, have some testimonies prepped from us as well, which obviously we're not going to have like the 2 and 3 month ones like some of these people do, but I mean, there's some great ones that we can share from this group too. And
I think we
this is,
start talking about it in March. Start talking
yeah,
about this combo in March. Get people starting to think about it and try it. And some people might even start it, try it in March and love it and start sharing about it and telling their friends and like, oh my gosh, well, we have a challenge going, to help other people get started. I think we could bring more people in.
yeah, and we've got pre-made testimonies that we can start teasing mid-March. Like it's going to be so simple because she already did all the work for us. The challenge is going to be
Start early
complete where we
March.
can really just copy and paste everything over. So I can get the group prepped and loaded for pre-posts before April. And we can start teasing it mid-March and start posting the testimonies and just like I actually made notes of all the testimonies she read in there. And the thing that gets me the most excited is these are long time people that were like stalled out and like, and I think that's where a lot of our team is right now. Like we need something to get excited about. And Stacy, I do think I'm going to talk to Wendy and some of the other diamonds and see, like, get some ideas of how we can make this feel like a fit for people that are already doing GLP-1.
well, but I will also just share like I stalled out on 2.5 and I took my first 5 today and it's like I don't feel really necessarily anything different. So, I mean, I will certainly start doing this. It'll just be a little skewed because I also have this on board, but I mean, I might be convinced that it's our products more than it is the shot just because I know my body, but to try to tell people that without them
Yeah,
thinking that's my thing. So I was
right.
curious.
And I just think that's great to have some honest discussion about like I was already doing a GLP-1, but I did kind of stall out. Like
Well, and
that's
I said
honorable, you know
that
what I mean?
today in my post. Like I said
Right.
yesterday that I'm getting ready, because I've stalled out because there's no movement. So
Yeah. But I love that we have people that are already doing GLP-1 because that makes all those people feel welcome. Like this is a place for them too. You know what I mean? So I think there's value in that. I think we want to make this feel like it's a fit for everyone, whether they're already doing a GLP-1 or whether not. You know what I mean? So
Janelle's put her hand up about 4 times.
I'm sorry. I thought we were, yeah,
It wasn't a question, but Stacy, speaking to you, what if this combo, taking it at mid-morning helps with that stall for anyone doing the GLP-1 where they don't have to up that dose or the next step. So like you'd be the poster child right now to try this for us, and on our team, I would think.
exactly.
It might cut out that food noise that people, because GLP, you start out the microdose and then it goes for a while. And like you said, now you're stalled out.
I
I've
don't
heard,
have food noise though. That's the
no,
thing.
but I've,
That
I've
is
heard,
none.
I've heard from others, friends, they said they got to the point and that food noise started coming back. So they upped their dose. So I'm just wondering if adding this mid-morning, would help that food noise or, the stall. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's worth a shot.
Okay,
No.
cool. Well, if you guys love the idea, I say let's, as you know, whenever you feel ready, go ahead and please track your results. Track, like, journal the day I started doing it this way, and make sure you're doing no snacks between meals and protein before carbs. And then just like track your results. And then let's plan on all together start teasing, posting mid-March, and we'll
I'd
try to
start
fill.
earlier than mid-March because Canadians have to order by mid-March. So I would just start talking about this combo. It's not like it's going to hurt a challenge if we start talking about it. Not as a challenge, just talking about this combo, sharing
Right, yeah.
testimonials and stuff like that. And then towards mid-March, we can lean in saying that we're going to be doing a challenge based around it. But I think we should go all in. Everything I've talked to all the diamonds and everybody, I know you've got this big meeting going on in April, and everybody's like, we need to go in on something. And this sounds like a really good place to go all in there.
Yeah. That's what I was hoping you guys would be as excited as I was when I heard it. I listened to it 3 times in a row. And I was
And
like, could this be like something big for us?
yeah.
What if it is?
I wanted to tell Stacy too, and I know that Whitney knows because I know they've been talking about, I'm sure they're talking about the Diamond group, but in our Jewel group, there was a big conversation. So Stacy, there are so many jewels on GLP-1s right now, and a lot of them admitted they're taking it kind of thing. And it was kind of a whole thing about the shame around it and not so much the shame around, but how do you share plexus and weight loss and still be taking sharing it reminded me a lot of what your post is when you started sharing it. And basically that's I said is just be open about it. But I know that Whitney probably knows several diamonds, and I know there's that the one on the Jewels of Excellence. There was a whole, I don't know, last I looked, there was like 80 comments on it about GLP-1, and then some people were kind of like this onto them. But there was a lot of people saying, yeah, I just finally decided to do it and I was open about it and I was honest. So I know Whitney can probably reach out to some of them and ask about this combo, and because I know that you guys have been talking about it for a little while, and then and anybody who's actually still taking GLP-1, so you can probably get insights from those people. Does that
Yeah,
make
for
sense?
sure.
Well, and I have another question, but I can wait till you turn the recording off. It's a
Is it
question. I
is
want
it
you to
something
ask.
everyone's gonna want to hear or no? Okay. I'll turn it off then. All right. Unless anyone feels like they have something they should share on the replay.
Oh, you're still recording.
Mm, yes, I am.
Daisy just has to fart, so she wants